That stinks. That stinks. Sucks. Sucks. Feeling right now, think I lost the anger. Think I'm just bummed. More all than not, I would say. More bummed than anything. Upset. Sad. In the moment feels basically at this point. My anger was fully expressed in that sixth inning with everything going on there. It was. But as the game just progressed and everything just going on there, the offense just being colder than anything, literally just Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber doing anything they possibly could. I know Bryce was quiet today, but him and Schwarber were the only ones even doing anything the entire series. The offense going quiet the last 3 games. I can criticize Rob Thompson's decision to pull Zack Wheeler. I don't agree. I understand it's the move you've been doing all season long, all playoff long. It's the reason why we got to this point in the first place. But I think after considering what happened in Game 4 when you pulled Aaron Nola and brought in Alvarado in that similar situation against Jordan, probably should have went in a different direction. You either bring Ranger in, who probably should have been used, because Rob said he was going to possibly use him in this game if it needed be, or you just stick with Zack Wheeler, who was dealing the entire game. Zack Wheeler was awesome. Zack Wheeler was fantastic in this game. We all questioned coming into this if he was even going to have his velocity, because we knew he was dealing with the arm fatigue, but it looked like the extra day of rest helped Zack. He was gunning. He was dealing. He was clocking 97, 99. He was awesome. He was absolutely awesome. Nasty, I would say. But ever since Game 3, from the 6th inning on, in that game, when you have 9 hits basically the rest of the series, and you set a World Series record for most strikeouts in a series. And also, you can maybe say to Rob Thompson to not, as my connection connects out a little bit right there, but I don't even know what happened there. But to get back to the point, for the only bats to really even show up being, like I said, Kyle Schwarber, Bryce Harper, and Alec Boehm. Really nothing there. Just nothing there. I know there's going to be some people that are pissed. I know there's a lot of people on Twitter right now that are just happy the ride happened. I think I'm in the middle. I think I'm just going for the feels right now, for the motions. I'll probably have more of an opinion maybe in the next day or so. Since there's really nothing going on tomorrow, there's no sports or anything, because, the Eagles played on Thursday. We'll probably have another talk tomorrow about this to get like the full proper opinion, and maybe like the die off on the right after, feels and all that stuff. So we'll definitely have some discussions on that. But when Kyle Schwarber hits that home run in the 6th, feel good. But then you see Maldonado, he moves closer to the plate. Obviously, he leans into the pitch. Even though he was closer to the plate in general, he was literally just above it. That pitch probably would have been a strike if not for hitting his elbow. But get the force out. Then, for some reason, why wouldn't the defense be, set up better for Pena, who was a beast this entire series? Pena. gets the MVP, well deserved. As my connection is going all over the place right now. This is honestly the first time this has happened with the connection right now. I don't even have no idea what's going on. But I think we're going to have to power through it. We're definitely going to have to power through the weird connection. It's the first time it's happened today. Honestly, let me turn my Wi-Fi off my phone. Maybe that'll help. It just sucks. It just sucks, I think. I think that's the entire reason here right now. It just sucks. It just does. Bummed. Everything. Just stinks. There were winnable games in this series. There were. I definitely know that some people probably don't want to hear some things right now about everything. Houston definitely was the way better team. Definitely. But you had your chances this series. You definitely did. After stealing game 1, you crushed them in game 2. Pitching depth showed. Nola, all that. Jose Alvarado was not good this series. And after game 4, what else? Some of the other pitchers in the bullpen showed that, you know, this is their first time going this long into the season. What else? Ranger was your best. I know Zack Wheeler was amazing tonight. Zack Wheeler was not the issue tonight. He was amazing, and his one bad game was game 2 of the World Series. He was basically amazing this entire playoff run. So you definitely know that Zack Wheeler can be made for the moment. You could say different things about Nola right now, but I think that's another discussion for another day. Certain people in this batting order on this team, maybe you can question that. Who else? Rhys Hoskins was terrible this series. JT, besides game 1, was terrible. Bryce probably had his weakest series of the entire postseason run, but I still think he did everything possible. Like, there were so many games where he just wasn't getting anything to hit. So, I put less of the blame. There's no, in my opinion, I don't think there's blame on Bryce. He's one of the main reasons why he got here. Nick Castellanos was terrible the entire playoff run. Alec Boehm has moments. I don't think he was, to blame. Stott. I definitely don't agree. What else? Stott definitely showcased that he's a rookie. I think he'll get better with more experience. I know you can say the same thing about Jeremy Pena and all that stuff doing all this, but all that crap. What else? Segura was awful in my honest opinion. Marsh, like I said, had his good moments, had his bad moments. He's your center fielder of the future. So he showcased his lack of experience. Once Alvarez hit that home run. Just sunk all the energy out. It just did. I know that's what Rob's been doing all season, all postseason long. Personally, I don't agree with it. I would have kept Zack in for that situation, or even if you're going to the bullpen, I consider bringing in Ranger Suarez. Just because of Alvarado, definitely showcased his usage. Definitely the most he's been used in any season. I think that definitely showcased there. And also just because Jordan is Jordan. What else? I don't know. Just sucks right now. I think that's the I think that's the thing. I know if there's like some trolls that are in here that are expecting a Philadelphia fan to go crazy and mad and freak out. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen tonight. Just sucks right now. Moment sucks. All that stuff, everything. The ride was amazing. This entire postseason run, from the wild card series to the NLDS, the NLCS, the couple games here in the World Series. It was a fun ride. It was a fun ride. I just hate the way it ended. With the way the offense, which was, offense was everything this postseason. And this was the first slump it went through. And it came at the worst time. Just sucks. Just sucks. I could see some Astros fans in here. Go off, Astros fans. I don't care. I simply don't care if you want to troll in this chat. It's not going to affect me anyway. It's just not. I could see a lot of you in the chat right now. I don't care at all. Just sucks overall, the feeling right, man. It's a horrible feeling. Haven't felt this way for a while. Basically, like I said, since it's probably been like this feeling since, the last playoff runs by the Phillies. From that 07 to 11 run. 2011, that stung. Losing in 09. I don't remember 2009 as much for some reason. That stung though. 2010 stung. What else? I just don't know what to say at this point. I'm just thinking. I don't know. Like when the last pitch happened, I think you just you get the 1,000-yard stare. Like that's what I'm thinking right now. That's just all in my mind. It just is. I'm seeing a bunch of my guys, stop arguing with each other, please. I don't think this is the time to argue with each other. I don't think it is. Definitely stop. Yeah, offense was the reason why you lost these last 3 games. Can't really blame the pitching. I know Alvarado and all that crap. Hey, guys, can you stop arguing in the chat, please? Like, I'm looking over at the chat, and I'm just seeing, guys, stop attacking each other, please. I know all of you have your different opinions. Let each other have their different opinions. No reason to argue in the chat right now. But if you go through this game, Wheeler was amazing. 5 1/3, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. I know the 2 runs got charged because of the Jordan home run and all that stuff. 70 pitches, 5 strikeouts. He was great. He was great. Alvarado looked like everything was just off. Probably shouldn't have came in. I would have went Ranger, in my opinion, or just kept Zack Wheeler in. Sir Anthony, he allowed an RBI hit coming out of the pen in relief. Run got charged to Alvarado. Eflin comes in. He does fine. Roberts in back at the end of the day. Doesn't matter. Lineup. Schwarber had the home run. He had a walk as well. 2 strikeouts. Not sure what he was butting there in the 8th inning for. I really question that bunt attempt. That just showed a sign of desperation from Kyle. Hoskins, brutal. 0-for-4 with a strikeout. JT had a hit in the 9th inning, but overall, terrible. Bryce, probably one of his worst games in a while. 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts. Castellanos, 0-for-2 with 2 strikeouts. Bowman had a hit. Segura, not good. 0-for-3, 2 strikeouts. Vierling 0-for-1 with a walk. Thought 0-for-1. Sosa just barely missed a home run. It died right at the wall. Would have been a 3-run shot. 0-for-2. Marsh came in the pinch hit. He went 0-for-1. Left 4 guys on base. Went 0-for-1 with runners in scoring position. That lone chance was the Sosa fly out to deep left field. If it was just a couple of more inches to the left, would have been out of the ballpark. So that sucks. And I think I saw from, like, you know, the stats, it said, like, it would have been a home run in, like, 2 out of 30 of the 30 ballparks. And I think those 2 ballparks were Fenway and Wrigley. It wouldn't have been a home run as it is in Bank Park, which is honestly surprising in my honest opinion. Like, I thought that would have been a home run in way more ballparks. Way more. Way more, way more, way more. And I'm just looking basically all over right here. Just in the feeling. Yeah, Bryce is pissed, rightfully so. He's mad at himself. He's mad that they came up short. What else? Wheeler was surprised that he got taken out. I saw that. Everything. The strikeouts were terrible, though. 71 strikeouts. It's not good. Set a World Series record right there. Wasn't good. I don't know. I was going to pull up the question, what stings more? This or the Union choking the 3-2 lead in extra time earlier on today? But to the fact that I barely watch soccer, this stings more, obviously. What a bad day for Philadelphia, honestly. What a bad day. But hey, Flyers won. That's the most important thing. Yeah, overall, this sucks. Just sucks. It does. Stings. Probably won't sleep tonight. Probably will be thinking about this for the next couple of days. Just stinks. Just stinks. Yeah, if you're thinking about the Union too, they like the story that went on there. The goalie for Los Angeles got injured in the extra time, and then they bring in their backup goaltender, who was originally the backup goaltender for the Union, like for the past few seasons. So, and he's also from Philadelphia, I believe. He went to LaSalle. So, that's kind of a weird story there. But sports, I guess you could say. I just don't know what to say. I'm just at a loss for words. The feeling sucks. It does. It really does. I definitely want to get my thoughts on overall the team with just everything here. Yeah, Julian, I know you're pissed, man. I know you're pissed. But, I mean, like, that is true. The Phillies weren't supposed to be. Yeah, I know the Braves and the Nationals found ways to beat the Astros, but those Astros teams don't compare to what this Houston team was. I know you hate the Houston Astros and all that stuff, man. And it just sucks. You lost to a better team. You did. For as pissed as we all are about this stuff, just let the anger out, Julian. Let the anger out. Let the anger out, man. Let it settle. Think over it the next couple of days. Definitely. The offense going quiet. Yeah, it's annoying. It definitely was. Just because of how hot the offense was. But I think overall about this entire run, I think it could be, I don't know. I'm not sure if like people were comparing it to like 93 and all that stuff. Like that one hit wonder with the Phillies when they lost to Toronto in 93. I don't know. I think this could be the start of something for this team. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm more confident with the way, even though they squeaked into the playoffs at the last, possible second. But they got there. You make your moves in the offseason. Maybe you trade some pieces away. You sign some free agents. You also got a lot of young pitching prospects, young studs down there that could possibly make an impact for your team. Think this is the start of something, possibly. I think I think this is the start of something for this Phillies team, this organization. I think so. With your leaders of Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, with the way they performed this entire postseason. Dave Dombrowski, I trust him with my entire life. He goes out there and makes the moves. John Middleton now with this entire run. He's going to go spend more money. They make more moves. You got the young studs down in the prospect system with the pitching staff. You got Painter. You got Abel. You got McGarry. Your prospects, they're making a lot more noise than they have, during the McPhail-Clintack era. Dombrowski's really reshaping that prospect system. Make some more noise down there. Go sign some free agents. I know there's also I see what you're saying there, Josh. There's like the next like big Japanese free agent that wants to come to Philadelphia because he's a big Harper fan. Like he's a Harper fanboy and all that stuff. I gotta find him. What was his name? Japanese free agents. MLB 2023. Let's see. What's his name? I know I think he's a outfielder, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. He's not a pitcher, I know that. No. That's MLB in general. Where else? That's a pitcher. I'm not sure what that one Japanese baseball player. What's his name? Here it is. Bryce Masataka Yoshida. That's his name. Masataka Yoshida. That's his name. Masataka Yoshida. He's 29 years old. He plays in the Nippon Professional Baseball League. I know we could talk about this more, but I'm just like curious at this point. Just looking at his stats overall. He has 135 home runs in 781 career games. What's his, looking at overall his season. Batted .335 this year, 21 home runs, 88 RBIs, OPS over 1. Look at his past couple of seasons, like in a row. He's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons in a row of hitting over 300 and 10 out of 11 batting over 300. So yeah, that's definitely something there. I also do want to see but we do have some voicemails here as well. If you want to leave one in the voicemail hotline, 215-839-9885. Your thoughts and opinions on here. So we have a call right here from Sean, who's in the chat right now. But let's see what Sean has to say from his voicemail.
So many things to say about this one, but I'll try to be brief. First of all, congratulations to the Houston Astros. By far the better team. And in a 7-game series, talent prevails most of the time. And the team that loses, your shortcomings become more evident. And we saw a lot of that with the Phillies. Starting pitching, not good enough. Bullpen, not good enough. Hitting, not good enough. Just, again, anybody that says strikeouts are just another out, turn around and punch them in the face, because that's total bullshit. Moving forward, don't want to look ahead too much to next year, but you have to upgrade that lineup both offensively and defensively, and you have to add another frontline starter. You cannot go into postseason money games having to rely on bullpen games. Finally, look, congratulations to the Phillies. I mean, if you had went to the pay window before it started and put your money that the Phillies would be the National League World Series rep, you'd have won a lot of money. They gave us a good ride for a couple weeks. It's a shame it had to end, but again, the better team won it.
Yeah, hit on the right points there, Sean. Definitely did. This team definitely needs to make some upgrades. They definitely proven themselves they can compete. I know I see all the trolls in this chat right now saying all these other teams are better than the Phillies. Well, yeah, that there's a third wild card spot, anything could happen. And who knows, maybe the Phillies could compete for a division next year. They get that confidence that they know. They know they could beat the Braves. They know they could beat the Padres. Who knows what the Mets, I know we didn't beat the Mets all year. But who knows with the newfound confidence. You make new moves, all that. So who knows? This Phillies team isn't a one-year wonder, in my honest opinion. Like everyone in here in the chat's like, oh, the Phillies, they're a one-year wonder. They shouldn't even be here. Oh, they're the third wildcard team. I think this team will be fine. I trust this team to make moves and all that crap. I think they will. So yeah, we do have another call right here. I believe it's from chat, the guy named channel name in the chat. So let's see what he has to say.
Hey, thanks for covering this entire season. It has been a blast. Love the entire postseason. It's been super fun and love your coverage. This is channel name. My name is Pat, and really enjoyed your content this whole season, and thank you for covering it all. And man, go Phils. Sucks to lose, but man, that was so awesome, dude.
Definitely thank you for the call, Pat. Definitely thank you for that call. I appreciate it. Always join the chats and all that stuff. Definitely appreciate you here every single stream. Definitely was a fun ride. It just sucks the way it ended. Definitely does. Yeah. Just overall, it sucks. It does. The feeling sucks. Everything here. But I think the feeling will pass. It always does. And then you move on. You move on and you get excited for next year. What this team could possibly be. You make your moves. You have guys around the leaders of Bryce Harper and Kyle Schwarber. You have some young guys there that have showcased what they can do this year. Stott showcased during the regular season. I know he didn't have a good World Series, but he showed his moments. I think he's going to be a lot better for it. Alec Boehm improved mightily at third base. He's still going to have those bad defensive plays overall, but the power still needs to develop from him. But overall, he showcased his moments. Kyle Schwarber was amazing this year. Marsh, when he came over, he definitely was a better player. Nick Castellanos was bad all year. I'm not sure what the reason was. I know he got hit in the wrist And people are saying maybe possibly that that could be a reason why. I don't think Nick Castellanos is going to be this bad though. His entire contract, he's way too good of a hitter to not be. I think he'll have a bounce back year next year. Who knows if he's even on the team. So Bryce Harper though, he's most likely going to have Tommy John. I would expect that. So you're definitely going to miss some time with Bryce next year in the beginning of the season. I'm still not sure how that's going to work with the World Baseball Classic he's supposed to participate in. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I would assume he's still getting his Tommy John surgery. Because I know Shohei, when he had it, he DH'd that whole time. So that's definitely something to think about. But if Bryce is getting Tommy John, most likely soon, he'll probably be out till at least May or June. I would assume at least. JT, he had his bad moments this year, had his awesome moments. Said the stupid stuff about the vaccine with Toronto. But yeah. Okay. JK, Phillies only beat the Braves because Fried and Strider were hurt. One, Max Fried was not hurt. He was just sick. And he didn't pitch good. They got the Fried. And the Phillies have good career numbers against Fried. Also, Ronald Acuna Jr. didn't show up in Philadelphia. The only hitters in that Braves lineup that showed up that entire series was Matt Olson. So, when, one, your entire lineup doesn't show up, you're not going to win a series. Phillies beat them fair and square. That's all I'm going to say. Can't enjoy the thought of Schwarber and Castellanos. Oh, God, yeah. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Well, here's the thing. Is Rhys going to be on the team next year? I know he has one more year of his contract left after this season. Does Rhys get traded in the offseason? I don't know. JK, Max Fried was not hurt. Max Fried was not hurt. He was just sick. He wasn't hurt. I don't know. I don't know about Rhys, though. Because we saw the ups. We saw the downs. Major ups, major downs of Rhys. I don't know what happens with him. I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't mind moving him. But I wouldn't be surprised if he stays the last year of his contract and then you make a decision. I wouldn't be surprised at that point. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happens. Do you move Rhys? Do you think of the test of putting Schwarber at first base or Bohm? Do you go out and sign that Japanese outfielder? Play left field? Yeah, you're going to have to think about a lot of stuff there. It's definitely a lot of stuff that we're not going to talk about right now. I'm just spitballing at this point. You already know that I would assume Gene Segura is not coming back. They're going to, take the team option, buy him out. Then they're going to go after, most likely, Trey Turner. All that stuff. I would assume it's one of the three of Trey Turner, Dansby Swanson, or Xander Bogaerts. It's one of those three, most likely. I wouldn't be sure if they're going after a guy like a Carlos Correa. I would assume it's more like the three of Trey Turner. I would assume Trey Turner's probably the favorite, though, for Dave to go after. Maybe him and Bogaerts, because he has that connection with Boston. But then also Trey Turner has the connection with Bryce. So, never know. Definitely never know there. Definitely never know. Who knows? I know Trey Turner, there's a bunch of the stuff that he prefers playing on the East Coast. So there's definitely going to be teams out east trying to sign him. The Yankees are going to be involved because they're the Yankees. But now with the Phillies, they're definitely going to be, interested. Most likely. I'm sure with this playoff run, players are going to be interested in coming back to Philadelphia. Seeing that playoff crowd, seeing what Citizens Bank Park can be. I'm sure players are going to want to come back to play here now. Definitely. I think Philadelphia is going to be definitely a destination again. What pitchers are free agents besides DeGrom? I don't think there's that many, honestly. I know Rodon has an opt-out with San Francisco, but I have no idea if he's going to opt out with them or just stay with them an extra year. I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen in that situation, but let me see. MLB free agents 2023. What else? So we got all the shortstops here and all that crap. Positions. Starting pitching. Let's see. Derek Carter, Trevor Bauer. No, thank you. David Price. No, thank you. Yeah, Jacob deGrom is a free agent. Verlander technically is a free agent. I think he has an opt-out. Same thing with Rodon. He has an opt-out. Syndergaard, technically he could be a free agent. Kershaw's a free agent. Eovaldi's a free agent. I'm going to take a crack at Nathan Eovaldi, though. I'd be interested there. Greinke, Carlos Carrasco, Sonny Gray. He's a free agent. Aaron Nola, I think, has an opt-out or he has arbitration, I believe. I'm not entirely sure on that aspect. No, okay, Aaron Nola has a club option. Okay. Also, Verlander could retire, so there's also a possibility of that. Who else? Sean Manaea. Kyle Gibson's gonna walk. I don't expect Kyle Gibson to be back. Chris Bassett's a free agent. Who else? Tyler Anderson from the Dodgers. Who else? Clevenger. Yeah, there's not that many. Not that many. Ooh, Vince Velasquez. Let's bring Vinny V back. Bring Vinny V back. How do you feel about that, Sean? Bring Vinny V back. Yeah, there's not that many. Really not that many. Look at the bullpen. See what relief pitchers are available. I don't think there's that many either. Aroldis Chapman, no thanks. Craig Kimbrell, no thanks. Will Smith. Corey Knebel. I'd consider bringing Knebel back. Edwin Diaz is definitely going to be the top-notch free agent for the bullpen this year. Who else? Taylor Rogers. Brad Hand. I'd rather Joe Blanton and Vinny V. Yeah, there's really not many bullpen arms at all. But then you go for, the top positions and all that stuff. Carlos Correa, Trey Turner, Bogarts, Judge. Judge is going to make a buttload this offseason, wherever he signs. Honestly, if you're looking at starting pitching free agents, if Rodon opts out, I'd love to take a shot at Carlos Rodon, but I don't think it's guaranteed he opts out. I'd take a crack at Nathan Eovaldi and maybe Sonny Gray for pitching. But then also you got to, consider what happens in spring training next year with the pitch, because Painter's most likely going to be in big league camp. McGarry's going to be in big league camp. Abel might be a big league camp. What happens if those guys dominate in spring training? Say if Painter dominates spring training and he wins the rotation spot. Even though I do think McGarry makes the rotation before all those guys. But yeah, I think that's something that could happen. But I would also like to get another starter, just another veteran for that rotation. Because right now you're Zack Wheeler, Aaron Nola, Ranger Suarez, and then 2 blank spots. One of those can be filled by a free agent, possibly. And then the 5th starter could be taken by one of those young guys coming up. Most likely McGarry, I would say. I think Painter needs maybe like another half season in minor league baseball before he gets called up. I would think so. I think Abel's the more long one. That's going to take a little bit just because I think he was a high school. Wasn't Painter a high school pitcher too, or was he like a freshman in college? I think they were both high school pitchers, I'm not going to lie. But I think Abel's more the project. Painter right now, he's showcasing he's one of the top pitching prospects in baseball. Like, I know we're talking about next season and all that crap, but I'm just blabbering all about right now. Look, we lost the World Series. It was a fantastic season for this team. No one expected us to be here. Now you make your moves in the offseason. I think this is the start of something for this Phillies organization. I do. I definitely do. Dave Dombrowski is definitely the right guy for the job. He's showcased why he's a very successful front office guy. But yeah, I know we're mad at the moment. I know we're very upset what the offense did. But I think there's a chance, though. Definitely there's a chance. Definitely. Moment does suck, though. Moment really sucks. My God. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh, what else? What else? Here's a funny tweet. The last time the Phillies lost the World Series, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Philadelphia Eagles in the playoffs. That's funny. For Dallas Cowboys fans. Always got to take a shot at the Cowboys. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Let's see. What else? Don't think there's much stuff on Twitter. Don't talk about Hector Neris right now, Sean. Don't talk about Hector. He's a villain. Hector Neris is a villain. Jason, I know the Astros won the championship. I know that. I know that. Let's scroll up to this chat, though. See what's in the beginning. Yeah, Julian, I know you're pissed off with the offense. Last 3 games, you had the offense and all that crap. Can't be too angry. Never should have pulled Wheeler. Rhys needs to go. Heartwarming to see Dusty Baker win a World Series. Dusty Baker's friends with Bill Cosby. I would lay back on talking about all the, congrats Dusty before all that stuff. He legitimately said on public airwaves, Bill Cosby texted me good luck. So he's friends with a rapist. I got some trolls. Nationals didn't have Bryce Harper in the lineup. That's why they beat. Okay, so Bryce Harper is the reason why they lost. Let's see. Man, what a ride. Phillies luck ran out. What else? What else? What else? What else? Trading Rhys has to be a priority. We'll see what happens. Experience matters. 2007 Phillies embarrassed in the playoffs. They learned from it and they won the next year. Learning experience, crawl before you walk. I definitely see that. I definitely see it as a learning experience. Yeah, JT, Rhys, and Castellanos were definitely putrid this entire series. Except for JT in game 1, but since then he was terrible. What else? I would say the Astros teams of last year and the year they lost to Washington, they don't compare to this Astros team now. This Astros team definitely is better than their previous assets. Definitely. Let's see for the Nationals. I know they lost all 3 games in Washington. They won all 4 on the road. But I know their bullpen wasn't that good. I know their starters were electric, though. And they just had clutch hitting. The Braves has had all the magic in the world. And their bullpen was dominant, too. Yes, I know Jalen Hurts is a Houston Astros fan. What else? Yeah, Alvarado was not the better matchup, in my opinion. Overall. Your aces, yeah. Definitely don't agree with taking Wheeler out. Need a new shortstop, incoming Trey Turner. I wouldn't say Alvarado was the worst. Alvarado, since coming up from AAA, he was he was one of the better relievers in baseball. I think the workload just finally got to him. Definitely not an excuse at the worst possible time, but I think there's a little bit of a impact there. What else? Sean, I think they reviewed it to see if he fouled it, not that he leaned into the pitch, because I don't think you can review leans. I think they reviewed it if he fouled it. I think that's what they were reviewing. Not entirely sure, though. Yeah, 2010, 2011, offense just wilted at the end. Yeah, I remember 2010 and 2011. The offense just wasn't as good. Same thing in 09, honestly. It was basically just Chase Utley and Jason Worth. That World Series, too. I know Ryan Howard was 09 in the NLCS MVP, but I know it was just Chase Utley and Jason Worth basically that entire World Series. I know Pedro Phillies had a home run too, and all that, but the pitching more died than anything in that series against the Yankees. National League pennant for 2022 will always be displayed in the stadium. That's something to be proud of. Oh, yeah, it's definitely something to be proud of. It just sucks you lost in the World Series. And the offense just lost it for you. That's basically the entire thing right there. Offense lost it for you. And talk about the Union. Blood pressure couldn't handle this anymore. I understand you there, Pat. Happy for the future of this team. Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited for the future of this team. Definitely. Losing 3-0 in penalty kicks, that's just adding salt to the wound. You should have added in that thing, Mr. 89, losing 3-0 in penalty kicks to your former backup goaltender. You should have added that to the salt to the wound. Definitely should have added that to the salt of the wound. Would we have beaten the Yankees? Oh, yeah. Yankees are frauds. Yankees are frauds. Astros showed how important drafting and player... Well, how that the Andy McPhail and Matt Klentak. What else? More excited for the future of the Phillies than the current version. Learn and grow. Yeah, it's definitely something there. What else? Got to address their defense. Yeah, that's definitely something they need to focus on. What else? What else? Hamels is still. No one wants Cole Hamels. I think Hamels is retired. Honestly, he probably never announced it, but I think he's done. I think he's done. Why did we pull Wheeler? Because Rob Thompson thought that Jose Alvarado was the better matchup for Jordan, when it clearly didn't work in Game 4. Bring back 85-year-old Jamie Moyer. Trevor Bauer's so cringe. I can see Castellanos wanting out of Philly for those awful tweets made to his family. You never know what could happen this offseason. Never know. How long until Painter's in baseball? It could be very soon, honestly. You could probably see Painter as soon as next season with the rate he's going. If he stands out in spring training next year, because you definitely know he's being invited to Major League Camp. If he stands out in spring training and wins out that 5th spot in the rotation, ooh, that's exciting. Even though I do think McGarry gets the 5th spot, and then Painter maybe gets a half season down in Double or AAA, and then Painter gets called up mid-season. I think that's possibly more. I think this is the quote of the century from Sean. I'd rather have Joe Blanton than Vince Velasquez. I gotta pin that message. That's a pin. That's a pin there, Sean. I'd rather Joe Blanton and Vinny Velasquez. What if the Athletics end up going to Vegas? Could that affect? Well, the Athletics, they would have to announce that way before anything. I doubt they even have a ballpark prepared in Vegas for an MLB team. So I think they would need to announce that way before anything. So I do think eventually the Athletics are going to move to Vegas. I don't think it's going to be next year, though. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. Oh, hey, BJ, how you doing? Proud of you guys. Philadelphia, not a Phillies fan, but you guys earn respect. Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it. The worst part of the unique game was giving up the game. Oh, yeah. The play up. Oh, yeah, because what wasn't LA down a man because of the goaltending injury? So, yeah, that kind of was a lapse in defense there. Oh, yeah, the defense, I think, is going to get talked about, most likely. Their new AAA ballpark is up to MLB code. They're definitely, but I think most likely, I think if they were going to Vegas, they would have announced it by now, or even at the beginning of the season. Most likely, you'll probably see something probably announced next year, most likely, for the Athletics. Yeah. It was a fun season. I'll never forget that Harper home run in the NLC. Oh, yeah. That was probably my, most memorable home run of my lifetime so far. I know with the entire 2007 to 2011 run, I know they hit a home run. The Matt Stairs home run was more memorable than any World Series home run they hit that year. I think this Harper one tops it. Anything there. Because Harper was literally the home run to help you win the pennant. So, is it a lock that Dombrowski returns? No, I think Dave stays. I think Dave wants to try to win another championship with this team, or try to get this team to a championship. You know what I mean? I think Dombrowski stays. I don't think he's gonna retire. Don't think that at all. Don't think that at all. I think he's got a lot more years. How long did they sign him to his contract though? Dave Dombrowski contract. That was yeah, they signed him to a 4-year contract. So technically, I think he still has 2 years left on his contract with the Phillies. They signed it in when? They signed it in December. So yeah, he has 2 years left. 2 years left on his contract. I don't know why I was thinking about that so hard. The energy of that Harper home run reminded me of the Rollins double up Broxton. Oh yeah, that was electric, definitely. I don't think Dombrowski's going to retire. I don't think we have to worry about that. He's never put any type of report out there or anything like that he's going to retire. I think he's going to last the contract, at least. He was meant to be the Canada goalie at the World Cup, too. Well, he has some. Well, hey guys, I won the MLS Cup. Let's go to the FIFA World Cup. I got some experience for you. Good old Canadian. Wait, why would he be the Canadian goaltender? I thought he was from Philadelphia, the goaltender. Well, the backup goaltender for LA. Thought he went to LaSalle. Yeah, Sean, I don't think he's going to retire like Gillett did. I don't think that's going to happen. Now all I have to talk about is Nick Delorier. No, I got an 8-0 Eagles team to talk about. We talk about the Birds here. We got an 8-0 Eagles team. Don't worry about that. We got them going to the Super Bowl. Going to Super Bowl. We're going to do that. Hopefully. Oh, God. Sixers, yeah, I know. I really haven't been paying attention. I know with the Harden injury and all that stuff now, he's out for a month. Sixers are definitely an interesting conversation. Even though they'll most likely still make the playoffs, so it's still a question of what they do in them. Flyers, we all know what they are. They're going to die off eventually, even though they did get a nice win today against Ottawa. Claude Giroux scored again on the move for us. But Britton Covey talking 3-2-1. He's not a good punt returner. That's what I got to say. He's not a good punt returner. Even though I say that, he'll return a punt for a touchdown next week. Monday Night Football against the Washington Commanders. The Commies. Oh, God. Oh, God, the world we live in right now. I could see that Hunter Brody is live. I'm sure he's as sad as I am right now. Definitely sucks. Oh, man. What a world we live in. He's the human crash test dummy. The living human crash test dummy. Oh, God. Someone check in on Miles Teller. I'm sure he's fine. I'm sure it stings just like the rest of us. He's a Philadelphia fan. He knows the feels. I think he'll be fine. But I think this Phillies team, they show positives for next year. They'll make their moves in the offseason. I think the fans are bought in again. I think Citizens Bank Park will definitely have a lot better attendance next year than it did this year. For how abysmal it was this year until you saw how electric it was in the playoffs. I think the fans are bought in again. I think they'll be back. Definitely going to opening day. Try to at least again. I would like to do some Phillies road trips next year too. That would be fun. Just to go to a Phillies game on the road. I know with the way the schedule is next year, they're playing a lot more different teams. With the way they're playing every American League team, I believe. More pissed they lost Game 5 in the Powder Blues. Hey, Sean, your man Thor did actually look good in Game 5. As like a backup option, I wouldn't mind bringing Syndergaard back. But that's like a last resort scenario type of thing. Because I don't think he's ever going to regain the velocity again. We need a better throwback. The Powder Blues are better. The Powder Blues are the best jerseys in baseball. Our Powder Blues are the best jersey we have. In my honest opinion. Honestly, I believe they should go back to that look full time. Who knows? I doubt they will, though. But I believe they should go back to the 80s look full time. I just think that's their best look. The right-handed Jamie. Hey, Jamie Moyer pitched good in a World Series game. I think Thor was fine. Do you think the Phillies getting no hit in Game 4? Obviously, it did now. If you look back at it, did it? We thought they responded with the Kyle Schwarber. Nah, they just lost. So yeah, the no hitter affect them. Their bats just went cold. All the offense apparently was used up in Game 3 when they hit all those home runs off McCullers. Sadly, that was the case. Yeah, if you're going back to the jersey talk, you bring back the maroon pinstriped with the white and maroon pinstriped. You bring the blue back as the road jersey, or if you want to swap out something like that, or you do this. You do something stupid like this. The Powder Blues become the home jersey. The pinstripe maroon becomes the alternate, and then the full maroon becomes the road jersey. So you have no gray jersey at all. Or you do like you bring back the gray throwback jersey, or I don't know. I honestly don't know. Well, honestly, Kyle Gibson pitched better than Aaron Nola in this series. Same with Noah Syndergaard, sadly. Oh, God. Where is this conversation gone to? I have no idea. 80s jerseys, powder blue road, white pinstripe with the P at home, the 1880s unis. I don't know, Sean. I think I like powder blue as the home. I like the full maroon as the road jersey and the pinstripes as the alternate. I don't know. Oh yeah, BJ. No, I'm proud of this team, no matter what. I am proud of what they did this postseason. It sucks at the way it ended, but this is a definite step in the right direction for this team. Definite step for this franchise and organization. For a lot of the young guys, for leaders of Harper and Schwarber, they're just in the midst of their prime right now. So that's good. You make your moves in the offseason. Go after, a guy like a Trey Turner or a Dansby or a Bogarts. You improve your rotation. You improve your bullpen. I think you're good. Maybe you make some other moves here. Maybe you do something with Hoskins. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. We'll definitely have more further discussions in the upcoming days as this moves along. So there's definitely more room for that. Powder blue at home on Thursdays. Road unis the rest of the time. Gray jerseys suck bison balls. So what? You want the pinstripes as the home jersey. You wear the powder blues on Thursdays. And then you wear the all maroon on the road. I think they need to bring back the full maroon jersey. Like, I have that jersey in my closet. Sadly, it has Nick Castellanos on the back because I fell into the Nick Castellanos hype. And he sucked. But god damn it, that jersey's beautiful. Let me look at the Phillies schedule for next season. So I can just get hyped for next year. Phillies. Let's look at their season schedule next year. Let's look at next year. Spring training, and let's go to April. Okay, so they open the season in Texas against the Rangers, 3-game series. And then they have a 3-game series in New York and the Bronx against the Yankees. We're already in recession. We're already in a recession. Hey, man, we need to cope. We need to cope here, brother. Oh, powder blue on the road always, but if you want to wear them on Thursday home games, do that. But it's definitely time for change. That's why we lost. We're in a recession channel. This is the best Phillies team I've seen since 2011. I was only 11 years old when they won 102 games. Oh, yeah. But hell, I miss the Astros rainbow jerseys. Let's see. So we had Texas to open up the year. Yankees on the road as well. Then the home openers against the Reds. Stepbrother, who was a baby in 2011, started watching this playoff run. Well, he has memories now. And he's going to be making more memories as the years go along. Reds, Marlins at home. Honestly, should the Marlins get a standing ovation for helping the Phillies get into the playoffs? Are you Phillies fans, Yankees haters? Oh yeah, we hate New York. We're more Mets haters than Yankees, but we just hate New York in general. So don't worry about that. They made the Reds on the road. White Sox on the road. Home opener against the Reds. No, Sean. No. Not Pete Rose. No. We're not talking about the Phillies losing the World Series, then bringing up Pete Rose. We're not doing that. Would have rather lost to the... Well, if we played the Yankees, we wouldn't have lost to the Yankees because the Yankees are frauds. Bottom line. Let's see. Reds, White Sox on the road, Rockies at home, Mariners at home, Astros on... God. I don't want to see the Houston Astros for the rest of my goddamn life. But no, we got to play them on the road in April. Dodgers, Red Sox, Blue Jays, Rockies, Giants, Cubs, Diamondbacks, Braves. We don't play the Mets. The first time we play the Mets are in May. My God. No, we're not doing Pete Rose, Sean. Not doing it. Nationals. Wait, when's the first? Jesus, we don't play the NL East at all in April. I just realized that. The first time we play the NL East is May 25th against the Braves. It's a long time without playing the NL East. Well, I know they reshaped the entire schedule so everything's more spread out to where you don't play the NL East as much. That's going to be weird to adjust to. Tigers, Dodgers, D-backs, Athletics on the road, Braves, Mets, Cubs, Nationals in June, now July. Nationals, Rays, Marlins, Padres at home, scheduled doubleheader. Brewers, Guardians, Orioles, Pirates, Marlins, Royals, Nationals, Twins, Blue Jays, Nationals. The Phillies are in the Little League Classic next year. Giants, Cardinals, Angels. So Mike Trout's returning to Citizens Bank Park again next year. Brewers, Padres, Marlins, Braves, Cardinals, Braves, Mets, Pirates, Mets. Do you see Aaron Judge? No, he is not coming to the Phillies. The Phillies are not going to pay that much for Aaron Judge. Off topic, Joe Davis is more enjoyable than Joe Buck. Smoltz, not so much. Think he gets paid by the word. Well, Smoltz sucks off everything. Kind of felt like he was jerking off things there, man. Just kind of did. Bet Trout regrets signing. Well, I mean, if you're making almost $40 million a year, he probably doesn't. He's a multi-millionaire at this point. What about Manny Machado? Manny Machado's not a free agent. He's locked in long-term with the Padres. He signed an 8-year deal with them. Or 10-year deal. Unless you met someone else, Brian. Had to mute the TV tonight, much more enjoyable. Oh, God. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I know my one buddy was telling me this entire week that where he works, he was just like shit-talking people, just like saying, oh, go Astros, because he's not that big of a sports fan. He just likes to shit-talk. So I'm like, I'm probably going to punch him next time I see him. If you're listening here, Anthony. Probably not. Probably asleep. Yeah. That's where, why was there 2 tabs open like that? Okay. Let's talk Flyers 4 flying by Tuesday. Well, you'll probably get the Flyers reviews back since Phillies are done now. They'll need something to, cover during the week. Definitely have some things to talk about here. You're happy for your team, Jason? Good for you. Good for you, man. Good for you. Enjoy it. That's all you can.
Players, please, huddle up, huddle up. First, before I get a little rowdy.
Watch the elbow, watch the elbow.
Yeah, no, we're fine now. Hey, I don't want anyone to take this for granted.
Don't cry.
Runs like this, what we've been able to do in this clubhouse, it doesn't come around very often. This is special. When we started this fucking journey, sent us out west. We fucking unplugged the electric factory. And then sent us up northeast. We had to remind everyone who the real fucking savages are. And then sent us to Red October. Left them in a pool of blood. Ring the fucking bell! Let's win the World Series!
Oh, shut up, Lance McCullers. Lots of Swedish fish tonight. Justin Verlander, he has an option with the Astros. He probably stays there or he retires. I don't think he's going to hit free agency at all. Just checking in. Hell of a ride throughout the season and great time chatting with you after. Hey, Mr. W, how you doing? When is that guy from the Chester on the... When is his not McCormick? I have no idea, honestly. Now we see how the Phillies hit when they can't read the pitcher. Okay. Okay. They hit Verlander game 1. Your pitching just dominated us. Bottom line there. It's bottom line. You're funny. We could turn this into a comedy hour now. Well, it's... I know, it's... The moment sucks, but you just gotta... You know... Embrace the good times. If Turner... No, Turner's shortstop. Bryson's not moves to second. That's what happens if Turner comes. Bummed, but acceptance is creeping over more than anything. Yeah. Like, I can't be mad at this point. Like, that's... Like, I'm bummed more than anything. I think that's the whole thing. It's basically just... I'm just bummed. That's it. We weren't supposed to be this far. No one expected us to get this far. Hell, we didn't even expect us to get this far. Enjoyed the entire ride. It just sucks the way it ended. It does. It definitely does. But I think this team shows promise for the future. It's definitely a huge learning experience. Yeah. Enjoy the moment. That's all. Sadly, baseball season is done now. Now you gotta wait till next year. Winter meetings and all that stuff. Maybe the Phillies will make moves then for agency and all that crap. It's definitely going to be an eventful offseason for the Phillies. I would expect that. It's going to be an interesting one. This team's going to make a lot of moves. Now I watch MLB Network Hot Stove Monday, 2 hours of Astros. Don't watch it. Don't watch it there, Sean. The game's vaunted clubs, organizations really hate how we win without the high-priced prima donnas they are stuck with. Okay. Don't know what you're talking about there. If you're an Astros fan talking about it, I would like a better explanation than whatever you just wrote. I just want to know. Curious. Just a curious Phillies fan. Not here to shit talk you. Not in the right to shit talk. But if you're just a troll, I'm going to ignore you. Yeah. The guy just, like, the one thing that just makes me a little salty is that the Astros managed to instantly replace Correa with Pena. And Pena's a stud. That's probably the only thing I'm salty about. That's basically it. I would say. That's like the only thing I'm salty about. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. We'll definitely have a lot more talks in the upcoming days, boys. We definitely will. But I think we've been on here for a while. It's been way over an hour on the instant reaction of this loss. I think this is where we're going to call it for tonight. We'll definitely have more discussions in the next few days. Maybe we'll have another stream tomorrow talking about all this stuff. And just like post-day reaction and all that, since there's really nothing going on tomorrow. Since no Eagles or anything like that. No Flyers, no Sixers. So we'll definitely have a lot more room to talk about this, possibly tomorrow. So definitely stay tuned for something like that if it does happen. So do not forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I like to see those. Do not forget to drop a like on the video. Do not forget to check out everything in the description down below. Paint the Lines, BrodesMedia. I recommend all that stuff. Same thing with hitting the subscribe button. It's a great deal. Definitely press that. Goes a long way. Join the TTP Sports family. Same thing with using the code TTP Sports. $20 off your first purchase at SeatGeek, everyone. It's a great deal. Do not pass up on that. I recommend it. And overall, just a last message here before we close out. I appreciate everyone here that joins the live feed after every single Phillies game this season. It was an incredible ride. It was a lot of ups. It was a lot of downs. But we were here. We were on the streams after 95% of the games. Entire 162. Every single playoff game. Going through this entire journey. It was an incredible journey that just sadly had a bad end. But I'm not going to forget everything. I'm not going to forget any of these moments. This was the greatest season I've had as a Phillies fan since, the 2007 and 2011 run. And I think it's only the beginning here. And I appreciate everyone here that joins the stream for that entire ride. So, thank you all once again for joining tonight. And I